Hello, Coach. Wanted to ask you about the decision of starting Ryan, having Brian, Gareth, and Carlos on the team. Thank you. As a winger. Thank you.
No, he's played there the past couple games. We've subbed him in there. He's done quite well. And in an effort to manage minutes. It's a long season, and we had a midweek game. So in an effort to manage minutes, these factors help us make decisions, and that's what we decided tonight.
Thank you. Go ahead, Katya.
Thanks, Crystal. Steve, what do you make of how the second half played out? Despite everything, this team keeps on fighting.
Yeah, it was the clear message at half. It's just a reminder of who we are and what we do. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with the effort from the guys in the second half and some of the play. I thought it was poorly managed by the officials. It got away from them a little bit. I think they could have done a better job of controlling the manner, the emotions. If that's the case, then I think maybe we come away with something. But yeah, the effort was great, and that's what we'll use to build on moving forward.
Another result that you guys were hoping for, however, LAFC has clinched the playoffs in 25 games, tying what happened in 2019 with the fewest games needed. So what does that say about just the work that you guys have been doing all season?
Yeah, that's also the message to the guys after the game is, listen, it was, not a complete performance tonight, and certainly not our best performance, but this will not derail us. And there's 8 regular season games remaining, and we need to be laser focused on what our agendas are and goals are, and how to accomplish them. And there have been plenty of examples throughout the season where we have gotten back to LAFC style of playing, and we will continue to do that after we rest up from this week. We will be focused and we will be dedicated to reaching our goals as soon as possible.
And one last one from me. A little bit more on what you were talking about when it comes to Brian's situation. Do you feel that all the talk around him has played a factor in terms of the player not being focused or feeling anxious?
No, I've seen a normal Brian.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Matt Gass.
Coach, thanks again for taking the time. For me, with the playoffs clinched, what's the focus of this group moving into this last section of the games with that goal kind of ticked off your list?
The same goal as we had at the beginning of the season, to win as many games as possible. And we will start with the next one. We will start with the preparation for Austin. First recovery of this game and then preparation for Austin. We begin with the first half. We have a plan to manage the first half. We'll regroup at half and then move forward. So that has always been the goal of this team, to look one step ahead and no further. And we will continue to do that.
Last question from Josue Lopez.
Thank you, Crystal. Hello, Steve. Thank you for your time. Despite of the disadvantage on the score and having 10 men, LAFC was the owner of the ball and had the clearest chances at the last minutes of the game. I don't know if that is one of the positives that you take from tonight's game.
Yeah, like I said, the second half was fine. The effort, some of the football, the goal we scored was just how we want to score goals in half spaces and then attack the space in behind on the ground or with a dribble. Much of what we want to see. And I think if we continue with 11 men or we don't give up that soft goal, the second one, then things look a little different. But you cannot win every game. We fully understand that. And you also cannot show up starting at the 46th minute. You need to show up for minute 1. And we will learn from this. And we will continue in our winning ways, hopefully, next Friday.
This time, Max, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Just a reminder to media, we will be taking questions for Max, but we need to keep it quick, so 1 to 2 questions per person as he needs to jump on the bus, get on the plane. So we will start with Katya.
Hey, Max. Steve was just saying how you guys need to, I guess, start with more intensity and not come into the game until the 46 minutes. So what did you see in that sense? Was the team was lacking in that sense?
Yeah, the ball speed was a little bit low. The intensity of our run off the ball, our movement was not quite on point, and so it reflected on the poor performance in the first half. And so I feel it's a déjà vu. It's something that happened in the past that needs to stop if we want to take our game to the next step and go at our goal at all the way to the end. Yeah.
Just second one from me. Not the result that you guys wanted, but you guys did clinch the playoffs. So just what does that mean in terms of the work that you guys have been doing all season?
Correct. I mean, playoff is one of our goal that we can check that box, but there's two other box that is still empty that we gotta really focus to get. And so, like I mentioned, like this is an accomplishment and we are proud of it. But in the meantime, we have some things bigger in mind, and we got to work for it. And there's 8 more games to get these another of these box checked. Yeah.
Congratulations on clinching tonight. With the roster LAFC has, do you feel like there's a pressure in the locker room to win a championship this year? Thank you.
I mean, some people believe in pressure, others don't. We definitely have a fantastic roster that can go all the way. So I personally don't feel the pressure, but it's an objective of our group, and everybody has the same mindset, which is win or more away. We do believe that we have the quality to do so, and so yeah, our objective, we won the Shield, and then we'll focus on the playoff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Michele.
Thank you, Crystal. Hi, Max.
Hi.
We know you have the deepest roster on the league, but at what point the rotations can be counterproductive on, like we saw today, and are they at some point sometimes too many, like we saw today? Thank you.
No, I think we can put 11 new faces on the field, and we can get the job done. But our mentality, what's in between our ears, it needs to be strong and needs to be. We need to be focused, and it's another example tonight that you got to compete every single game, home or away. You got to compete hard, and that's another proof tonight of it. But no, it doesn't. I do believe it's not related to any rotation on the squad. It's what we've done as a group. It wasn't good enough tonight.
Thank you. Last question from Josue Lopez.
Thanks, Crystal. Good evening, Maxime. You know, in spite of the result, we were speaking about mentality. I don't know if one of the positives is that despite having 10 men and having the disadvantage of the score, LAFC had the clearest chances at the end. I don't know if this is one of the positives that you take from tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first time of the year, if I'm not mistaken, that we play a man down for a little bit, and so we were able to produce 2-3 dangerous counters. Unfortunately, didn't pull it off the last action to score. But yeah, I mean, it's something that we have to be able to put teams away, even though we have a one man down. It's something as a mentality and as a group that we need to manage if we're a man up or down any moment of the game. We are professional enough and experienced enough to understand how the game goes into the 90 minutes, and it's something that we will have in mind for the future. But listen, everybody's has a deception in the locker room right now, but the season is not done. There's a lot more to come with 8 more games, and we will regroup, rest, and go fresh for next week.
Well, we came in the game to win the game, but it didn't happen that way. So at the end of the day, we take it possibly wait and learn from what we've seen today and move forward.
Thank you. We'll open it up for questions, starting with Katya.
Thanks, Mahala. what happened in the second half? What would you say about the team? And despite everything, the team keeps on fighting, trying to find a result.
Well, we were down by the first half, and we, as a team, we mentality to win the game. So we keep fighting to get the results, and things did not work out as we wanted. So it was a great mentality the second half, how we fight to get a point, but it didn't happen that.
I know it's not the result that you guys wanted, but you guys have secured the playoffs. So overall, what does that say about the work that you guys have been doing this season?
Well, we keep fighting. It's not the results we want. So every game is important. So we take it one game at a time. We look tomorrow. We don't look. We look the game we have it. We don't look at the next game. So damn.
Excuse me, can you please shut off your audio, please?
Like I was saying, we take step by step. We take every game at a time. So it's not the results you want. So yeah, it's a game, and you have to learn from it and correct our mistakes and move on.
And lastly, for me, what did San Jose did to make it difficult for you guys, especially in transition? What did you see?
Well, like I said, they all play their game, and they make their effort, and they get the chance and they score. That's what happened in the game. So, and the chance they have, they took it. So yeah.
Thank you. We'll go ahead and move on with Josh Gross.
Thank you. Mahala, how was the field? It seemed like a lot of the players were slipping. Did you have any issues with your cleats tonight?
Not really. I couldn't say that, yeah. Whereby it happens, sometimes you think you have the best click, but it happens sometimes, so no.
Right, last question from Benjamin Vergen.
Hi, Mahala. I wanted to ask you about the goal and just what you saw in the play when you made that run behind the defense. And did you mean to chip that shot? Thank you.
Yes, I meant to chip that shot because that's the only option, and I can't play to the keeper. All I got to do is chip the ball, and it was a good pass from Acosta when he saw me running, so it's a good play.